I noticed lately is that a lot of men rather stay single because they're tired of giving their everything and ending up with nothing.
I'm gonna say it, and you're not gonna like what I have to say. You're not gonna like it, man. You're not gonna like it. Where are the real men at?
It seems like fewer men are attending dating events than in the past, and more women are beginning to notice the trend. As a result, it's becoming a bigger topic of discussion, with many people wondering what's causing the change. But guys, today's video features some of the most interesting moments surrounding the situation, and you won't want to miss a single clip.
No men in sight. None.
Wow.
None. I promise you. I will overlay a video. There were I could not see one man outside of the people servicing tables at this place. So eventually I get the courage to go sit down with a group of girls at a table, and I'm like, yo, what are things at? Like, where are they? I know I'm late. Like, is there some sort of game going on where the men are in one room and the women are in another room? They were like, oh, girl, you just got here. You must not have heard. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, basically, about an hour ago, she came downstairs, took all the men, 10. Keep in mind, there's like 85 women and 10 men. She got the 10 men to choose the women that they wanted to come upstairs with them. So the 10 men out of 85 women chose 10 women to take upstairs. That's where they did the speed dating upstairs, while everybody else was downstairs looking at each other. Everybody was on their phones. Everybody was looking around like, what the hell is this? I have never been so uncomfortable in my entire life. The mismanagement, I don't even know where to start. This was a ticketed event. So the event owners knew, hey, we have 85 women RSVP'd and only 10 men. They knew that this was a problem going into the event. This was not a surprise.
This is honestly surprising because dating apps usually have far more men than women. That's what makes this situation stand out. It suggests that more women are attending these dating events, while many men may be choosing to step away from them or looking for relationships through other avenues instead.
30 seconds of seeing my face. He saw me. He said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He also, when he saw me, I was with Francesca, her boyfriend, and Nick. So, like, not the best look, like, situation-wise, but he kind of stuck up on me. He was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He never... Yeah, no, he walked in, like...
It really confuses me when people are confused as to why someone did something. Y'all agreed to go on a date. That man shows up to the date. There's you, your female friend, and 2 male friends. Not only is it a group of people that he does not know, but it looks like y'all are already on a double date. And you're confused as to why he did not want to stay. I swear some of y'all are stupid. Next time you go on a date with a guy, maybe don't show up with a group of people that this man does not know. And if it is going to be a group thing, at least tell him ahead of time. So that way, he's not surprised when he pulls up.
This was clearly meant to be a one-on-one date. If someone showed up with several friends instead, it's easy to understand why many people would choose to leave. A first date is usually about getting to know each other, not turning it into a group outing where one person may end up expected to pay for everyone.
Actually my worst nightmare, but here we are. Trying new things in 2025 in the name of IRL dating and deleting the apps. So here we go. Men act like the prize simply because we outnumber them. We outnumber them, like truly. Like in there was like 75 women and 10 men. 10. I have so much to tell you. I lasted 17 minutes in there.
It's interesting to see more women attending these dating events while fewer men are showing up. That stands in sharp contrast to what people often associate with dating apps, where men are frequently perceived as making up a larger share of users. It's easy to see why many people find the difference between the two environments so interesting.
Like 20 to 22.
And what is your ideal race in a guy?
I guess white. I don't really have a preference.
And what is the minimum height that a guy can be?
I would say 5'9".
5'9"?
Yeah, I'd say 5'9" or higher. I mean, I prefer taller, but gotta give them...
Well, what's your preference?
Short kings are shot. Like, they make up for it. They always do.
Have you ever given someone under 5'9" a chance?
No, I have not.
And what's the minimum income that your ideal guy should make?
That's hard. Maybe like Post graduation, after a couple years, like 80 grand.
What should he do to make that? Anything?
Gotta love the engineers. Gotta love the STEM boys.
Based off of those answers, the probability that you are going to find true love is 2.3%.
That's sad.
This is honestly surprising because it highlights how difficult it can be to find someone who meets a very specific set of expectations. Many people assume these standards are common, but in reality, far fewer people fit them than most would expect. That's why so many viewers found this clip so eye-opening.
All the time, they do it in my comments, they've done it in real life.
Ooh, how so?
Will admit that the only reason that they are asking women out on coffee dates are to check the vibe, to see if she's worth a $200 dinner, to see if there's chemistry.
A $200 dinner? Seriously, is that what's expected now? I mean, I can see why a lot of guys would want to remain single if that's the prospect and the apparent cost of dating nowadays. Or are some individuals just being silly on purpose and actually expecting someone to spend that amount without actually getting to know them? Of course, coffee dates are there to check and see if there's chemistry, if there's a vibe, because otherwise it would just be a complete waste of everyone's time, not to mention their money.
Just immature.
Well, that's not what I'm seeing that's immature here.
I personally, I'm not going out with men who have that type of mindset where I need to prove a dinner date. Like, you can't just invest in a dinner date to get to know me. You can't just put in that upfront investment to get to know a woman.
Investment, huh? That's a nice way of almost equating women to property. Again, what a great step forward we're making here. But I would say that the individuals, whether it be a man or a woman, that aren't worth getting to know are the ones that insist that the other person.
Starting with something simple like coffee, ice cream, or a walk in the park makes a lot of sense. It gives both people a chance to get to know each other before spending hundreds of dollars on a first date. After all, when you meet someone online, you never really know if they'll be exactly the same in person.
The strangest singles events I've literally ever heard of. I'm getting in the car and I'm going to go pick up my friend and then we'll tell you about it. So unfortunately my audio got butchered, but this is my friend Naomi and we're going to a singles event where you make a PowerPoint about your friend and then you present it to a bar full of singles. So we are each presenting each other.
Okay, we're off to a horrible start. 0 out of 10. We were looking for parking and we saw these two really cute guys and they were communicating with us about a parking spot. And they were like, no, these people aren't leaving. And so we pulled up to them, we rolled down our window and we were like, are you single? And one of them said, no, we're not. And the other...
It's pretty clear that the two men had different perspectives on the situation. Their answers didn't fully line up, which is why the conversation became more interesting.
Signed up, so unless a lot of men sign up before the event, we don't get to go. But I guess I'm glad that they do that, because if I showed up and there weren't very many men there, I think I would be very disappointed. Several of you actually told me that you got canceled on because not very many men signed up, and then one person said that they went and there just weren't very many men there. So I would prefer the way that I'm doing it. If there's not going to be very many men there, then I don't want to go. I also can see that it's probably not something that a lot of men think to sign up for. I mean, it took me a while to realize that it was a thing. I don't think they do a lot of advertising.
Honestly, a lot of people probably forget that singles events even exist. From what we've seen, though, some men seem to have grown tired of actively dating and maybe stepping back from the process. If the right opportunity comes along, they might be open to it, but many no longer seem interested in going out of their way to find a partner.
Wednesday, and here's how it went. I was so nervous, you guys. This was a singles tournament at this paddle club here in New York City. You would play with different partners every game. It was fun, but there was more girls than there were guys. It was definitely like The Bachelor a little bit. There was food and drinks and a DJ, so the vibe was good, but I wasn't really vibing with anyone. So please keep pushing me to put myself out there.
It's honestly surprising to see clips like this, because many people would expect the opposite at a dating event. Instead, it appears that more women are attending, while fewer men are showing up, which is why this trend has caught so many people's attention.
Men want us to bring to the table.
We want femininity, we want submissiveness, and we want a lack of conflict. As a woman, if you're just chill and you don't quarrel and nag, you don't even have to be good looking. Just don't annoy us. That's it. That's all you gotta be.
So what is she doing though?
Huh?
So everything I listed basically is not enough for you, but what are you listing that she's actually doing? Just don't be annoying. So what is she doing then? Sitting there?
So-
like you're not giving any actual good characteristics
lack
that you're
lack
looking
of
for.
negative things,
Of course.
is a thing.
Mhm.
So like,
Yeah.
you can go into the positive. Like
So you
you can
just
be
want a positive
pleasant.
partner?
Yeah, you should be positive. You should be pleasant. But like a lot of men, we don't want to deal with nagging and quarreling. A lot of women, I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women don't bring peace to their man. And a lot of dudes, if you're dealing with a guy of a certain caliber, his life is difficult. He's already contending with the world. He doesn't want to go home where his peace should be and dealing with a quarreling, nagging woman. Just be his peace. That's it. Be his peace. Be feminine. Be submissive. And be...
This could be one of the reasons some men aren't showing up to singles events. Some people may feel burned out by past relationships or discouraged by the dating content they see online, leading them to take a step back from dating for a while. It's easy to understand why that possibility has become part of the conversation.
Event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend. Y'all know I'm an event planner and I have a fish farm, and I advertised a fishing for love event where singles could come here and fish and have dinner and meet each other in person, not on a dating app. And 5 women RSVP'd yes, and 1 man. And even the 1 man that did RSVP did it through one of the ladies. I did all of my marketing specifically towards men because I knew that the women would RSVP. I promoted the event on 45 different Facebook groups, specifically about hunting, fishing, camping, country life, and all local to my area. I know that my post reached over 12,000 people specific to the age group, the gender, and the interests that I just described. And yet, no man RSVP'd. So the issue must be that they're just not interested in attending these singles meet and greets. I chose a fishing event because as an event planner, I know that I have to always have something for men to be doing. Men don't enjoy just standing around talking like women do. So that's why I chose fishing as the predominant activity.
This could help explain why some men aren't attending these events. Some people may prefer activities that make conversations feel more natural, rather than simply standing around talking. Having something to do together can make meeting new people feel much more comfortable.
Listen to or let a man rule me.
Whatever just reared up in you, and whatever that means, yes.
Oh.
Because that's what you associate with being a wife. So if you're a black man and most black women talk like you said yeah. So what is a black man to do? Sort through all that?
If he loves me and want to be with me.
No. He's looking for a wife. See, that's why you ladies don't understand. So when you see black men who are not with black women, y'all get mad at black men instead of realizing and saying, black women, we got to do better. We lost another one.
Oh, no. I mean, I don't think like that. I feel like love is no color on love. You can
but I just said if a black man was looking for a wife, I said, you think you could find one in the black community? You should go to another race.
At the end of the day, everyone has their own preferences when it comes to dating. Just as people expect others to respect their choices, it's reasonable to respect someone else's preferences, even if you don't agree with them.
Dating with us. Trying to lead.
For now, feeling something out. I'm going to drinking her the weekend.
Makeup check. We're here. Let's sign in. Waiting. Getting nervous now. It's not going well so far. Sat on my own. Story of my life.
This is honestly surprising. She traveled all the way to the event, likely spending a lot of time getting there, only to end up without anyone to meet. It's easy to understand why many viewers felt that was a disappointing outcome.
22 to 28.
Ideal race?
White.
Minimum height in the guy?
5'10".
5'10"?
That's the minimum. Max is like 6'8". And that has been tested. I like being a monkey.
Minimum income?
You better be making big money.
Give me a number.
At least 80.
The probability of you finding your ideal man is a 1.
Honestly, statistics like these can be surprising because many people assume there are far more men who meet those income and height standards than there actually are. That's why this kind of information catches so many viewers off guard and often changes how they look at dating expectations.
Men, according to my Instagram poll of 167,000 men, 26% are taken, 22% are single, but they just straight up don't want a relationship, which leaves approximately 50% of men that are available. Oh wait, but out of that, only 12% of men are actively dating, and 40% of men are looking to date, but they're waiting for a unicorn to come to them. I think that when women are asking where are all the good men, they're talking about
One of the most surprising parts of this discussion is the number of men who said they were single but not looking for a relationship. Whether that reflects a long-term trend or not, it's easy to understand why that result stood out to so many viewers. But guys, don't go anywhere because the final clip is easily the craziest one in today's video.
Singles event, and when I got there, it was literally 90% women. And I was like,
my name is Buster Cheeks out of Demolition State University. I may be able to provide some clarity on this conundrum. I believe there are 3 reasons why men do not attend these events. Number 1, men and women go to these events for completely different reasons, and they are marketed poorly to men. Number 2, your average man who is not an outlier, who is probably going to be successful at this event, faces rejection on a more consistent basis than probably the 90% of the women in that room. So why show up to a central hub and face it all head on? Number 3, and the one that I think is probably the most likely, is a lot of men, and especially the outliers that you're looking for, are smashing multiple women in the same city. So why show up to a location where you might run into 3, 4, 5 of them that are tired of your bull crap? You know what I'm saying? It's just not viable. You're going to blow your whole cover. So I hope that provided some clarity. Once again, I'm Buster Cheeks out of Demolition State University.
Honestly, he brought up some interesting points, especially about how these events may not appeal to or be marketed toward men as much as they could be. Whether people agree or not, it's easy to see why that perspective sparked discussion. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. If you've had any experience with singles events, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.